when I'm focusing, I think I got some weird way of focusing. Can you help me understand a better way to focus?
What do you...
Let me pick something. So I see myself as a planner.
Let us start, and then we'll take your subject. Just consider this. This will make it easier right from the get-go. I'm focusing emotions rather than thoughts. I've decided to focus on a feeling rather than on a thought that will produce a feeling. Because I don't know until I find the feeling whether I've found a thought that's on the dark side of the moon or the light side of the moon. I don't know for sure. When you're reaching for satisfaction, don't you know what that means? What does satisfied mean to you? Give it more words. Satisfaction means ease. It means whole. Satisfaction feels like good. Satisfaction feels like
when I had a great meal and I'm like, oh, that feels so good.
feels like kind of effortless. Feels
being with
like
the one you love.
Feels like love. Feels like a lot of things once you let it get going. Yeah. So now ask your question again. Yeah. Wow. Can we help you with thoughts of satisfaction? We can remind you what it feels like to be satisfied, and then maybe you can do the match-up game. Esther was standing at the airport at the gate, and it seemed like everywhere she looked, someone came in with a dog, and the dog was so satisfying to look at. It just was. It was happy and frisky and glad to be there, and Esther just sort of feasted on the dog because it was satisfying to do so, and way easier than the bunch of people around her. There were squabbly children and a crying baby and 47 people in wheelchairs. There was a lot going on there. Here comes this little dog, little terrier, little dog, looked right at Esther. Esther looked back. They both wagged their tails.
I felt satisfied when I got here and when I sat in that seat right there, and I said, oh my gosh, I'm here. And that was really satisfying for me.
Can you imagine what a feeling of satisfaction about yourself would provide for you? As you feel satisfaction, 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 in a little while you acknowledge, I am able to find satisfaction. I've mastered satisfaction. I'm the master of my vibration. I'm the master of me. I'm the master of my point of attraction. Can you imagine anything that your inner being would be happier about? Do you want to take the word satisfaction, the feeling satisfaction, the idea of satisfaction, the notion of satisfaction, the experience of satisfaction, and take it all the way? Then what does it become? Pride? Proud? Full? Sure? Secure? All-knowing? Huh. It's worth going for. And how would you know? Blessed contrast. How would you know satisfaction if there wasn't something on the other side of that? How would you even be able to focus yourself into satisfaction if there were not reasons to not feel satisfied? How could you even do that? Doesn't it make you just want to feel satisfied about everything that's not satisfying? All those rascals, all those experiences, all those unwanted things, don't you just want to appreciate them for the clarity that it gives you? You know, if there were not darkness, you would not be able to find light. You could not focus without both light and darkness. You could not see color. You could not experience anything if there weren't the relativity and the variety of different vibrational frequencies for you to focus within. You couldn't even have a human experience. You couldn't be this leading edge, see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it being. All of your ability to interpret vibration, your eyes interpret vibration, your eyes focus, your ears interpret sound, your ears interpret vibration into sound through focusing. You've learned at unconscious levels to isolate vibration, which makes the sound you hear. Isn't that interesting? Even your nose is interpreting vibrations and isolating vibrations in order for you to acknowledge the fragrances or the things that you smell. It's all about focus. But so much of your physical manifestations are happening without your conscious awareness, you don't know you're doing it. So now we say to you, you were born with the ability to do that. And now you are remembering and relearning and adding to your ability to focus the non-physical, to focus that which isn't interpreted or which isn't translated through nose, eyes, ears, and so forth. You're interpreting that vibrational reality through your emotional solar plexus. So instead of talking about smells and sights and sounds and feels and so forth, we're asking you to interpret through satisfied, not satisfied, happy, sad. And today we're asking you to do something different, and it's way easier. We're asking you to distinguish satisfied, angry, satisfied, discouraged, satisfied, fearful, satisfied, guilty, satisfied, unsatisfied, satisfied, worried. We're not even asking you to go from worried to sure-footed or from anger to love. Those are far too big of jumps for anyone to make. That'd be like asking you to hear what the dog hears. Your ears are not going to hear what the dog's ears hear. You don't have dog ears. You have different ears than the dog hears. You're not going to do that. So, satisfied, angry, satisfied, worried. As your goal is satisfied and you start finding it in more obvious, easy places. So you start settling into it, owning it, being it, knowing it, expecting it. Now, the absence of resistance that you're going to accomplish, even in your very first focusing on it, the absence of resistance is going to let your satisfaction, because law of attraction is working on everything, and because your inner being is satisfied. When you are satisfied, you've joined forces with the big guns. You've joined forces with the energy that creates worlds. You've joined forces with clarity and stamina. You've joined forces with the replenishing mode, with the receiving mode, with the brilliant mode, with the intuitive mode, with the good timing mode, with the right place, right time mode, with the fun mode, with the clever mode, with the tuned in, tapped in, turned on mode. You've joined forces with everything that you care about that's already in your vortex, and some of that stuff is going to start showing itself to you as soon as now.
For the record, and what I think I heard you say, just being in that alignment, in that satisfied space, I really don't need to focus on anything but just being happy.
We agree with that, except for this. You focused yourself into happy.
That's nice. Fix it, come on, give us some more on that. Focus myself into happy.
You focused yourself there. You didn't stumble into it and have a knee-jerk response. You focused yourself there. A lot of people do it by default. They stumble into it, but then they don't have any endurance. But when you focus yourself there and find it, now you're rocking and rolling.
Thank you, Esther.
Really good. Really good. Really good.